there's a few people in the watching so far. Usually have to wait a few minutes because I don't want anybody to miss anything. Anything profound. I don't know that there's going to be anything profound tonight. How's the audio? Can y'all hear me? Usually struggle with audio for the first couple of minutes, but it looks like it's okay, so we'll see. I can turn it up a little bit if I need to. Oh, there's the two Richards. Welcome. Free beer and hot dogs. Man, that sounds pretty good. Jim, Keith, hello. Carl Simpson. Yeah, man. I want to show y'all my my new knee-high sock. It's called a shrinker. Richard, you're probably going to recognize this. I don't know. Did you get one this fancy? Because this thing is fancy. Let me pull this thing down a little bit so y'all can see my little shrinker. So, yeah, it's a sock for my nub. So I probably talked about this already, but it's basically, Richard knows about this because he's gone through the same thing. Don't know if he had a cute little sock like I got, though. Sounds good. Good. Very good. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, so I got this little shrinker on my nub so it forms it into a cone so they can fit it for a prosthetic, but my scars, my surgical scars have not healed up yet, so I don't think that they're going to be ready to put anything on anytime soon. But I have been sitting up for most of the day today. My days come and go. It seems like one day I sit up for like, I don't know, 10, 12 hours and everything's fine. Just got to prop my legs up every once in a while. And then like yesterday, I spent a good part of the day in bed just because pain, and I couldn't get my toe and my nub to stop pounding. So anyway, I jotted down a bullet list for the things that I wanted to talk about tonight, so I kind of stay on topic instead of wandering around. I do want to answer as many questions as I can. Apologies to the folks that have asked questions in the comments. Man, I get so many comments nowadays. I do good just to read them, so if you see a heart by your comment, that means I've read your comment, and I am okay with it. If you left a comment that was nasty and mean and you know, something that an 8-year-old would write, and you don't see your comment, there's a reason for that. I don't have time for 8-year-olds, so I'm here for the crash test dummy seminar, hoping to continue education credits. No video, just Earthscape. Oh yeah, hey, let me turn that video on at least. Let's see. Yep, I could do that. I'm not going to be showing much video. I'm not going to be showing any of the video of the crash. I can't watch it. So, well, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to edit it. And I'm going to put it out one time, and then I'm going to try to heal. When I say this hurts to watch, it hurts. It hurts my leg to watch the video. So I'm going to get drunk this weekend and try to edit the video so you can see it. From what I've seen so far, it's amazing what was captured. So if you don't know, I've got front and rear facing video cameras that run all the time, just like a dash cam, and they capture pretty much everything except when the bike hit the ground. So the video that you'll eventually see, what you're seeing right here in the top right of the screen is me flipping and flopping down the road. I did not capture the bike hitting the road, and I did not capture my body hitting the road, which I'm kind of glad. I don't want to see that, but the rear facing camera did catch me as the bike falls down. So basically what happens on the video is it's quick, or quicker than I even remembered it. I don't remember anything after the bike locks up. It was very fast, and the next thing I know, I'm looking up at the sky and people are around me putting a tourniquet on my leg. So it's pretty much exactly how it happened. So I probably smacked my head on the pavement, and I don't remember whatever that 30 seconds, minute. I don't know. All I know is that's what I felt. The next thing I know, I'm looking up at the sky, so I'm thinking maybe I'm missing 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know. But pretty much what you see is kind of what I remember. I don't remember doing flips and flops on the pavement. Like I said, all I remember is pain all in my body. And that's what you will eventually see. What you don't see, as soon as the bike hits the ground, both cameras go blue. And weirdly, the cameras are on a 3 minute loop, and they both hit that 3 minute at the almost at the exact point of the crash, and it picks up after the crash. The front camera, you don't see much except the yellow line going down the highway after the crash. So you hear grinding, the motorcycle grinding down the motorcycle's in shockingly good shape. So we went down to the basement finally. I was like, let's get it over with. Let me go see what the bike looks like. Let me retrieve the card off of the dash cams. And sorry. That's why I need a producer. uh, so, so basically I am, let me go ahead and roll this other video so you can see what I'm talking about. This is basically the video, that the front facing video, and I'm not going to show it up to the crash. This is me, I'm just leaving camp, about to get on the interstate. And this is basically what you're going to see when I eventually edit this thing, is me riding down the road, and it's just terrifying, because what you're going to see is I'm passing an 18-wheeler, a big car hauler, and I'm about dead center with that car hauler, and I think that car hauler is what kicked the sleeping bag up under the wheel, locked up the tire. So basically what you're going to see at the front camera is the bike goes this way, and then it goes that way and points directly at the freaking it looks like I'm going into those I call them cheese graters in the middle of the highway to keep cars from crossing. It's not a guardrail, it's like a cable system. But I start pointing towards the cheese grater, and then I point back to the car hauler, and I mean, it's terrifying. It looks like I about hit the cheese grater, and then I go the other way. Looks like I'm going up under the car hauler, and then bam, both screens go blue, and then you'll see after the screen comes back on, you'll see me flipping and flopping down the road, that's one frame out of that video there. But yeah, it's going to be hard for me to watch again. It's going to be hard for me to edit, and I'm trying to come up with the best. I don't even know how to say it. I'm trying to make the biggest impact I can for people, and not have this something that's going to haunt me. I want to edit it, and I want to be done with it, and I don't want to see this thing again. Anytime soon anyway, because like I said, it hurts. It physically hurts my leg and my body to watch this film. So I'm going to have to get drunk to edit it. So sorry that took me so long to get through that. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to show you the whole video just because I don't want to watch it again. But this is basically what you're going to see. There's a rear-facing camera too that shows the sleeping bag coming off the top, and it's hanging there for probably about a mile on the right side of the bike. It's hanging there, and then when I get up beside that semi, it goes thump, and then you'll see a big cloud of smoke behind the bike, and the bike just does this and falls down, and somewhere in between I deglove my foot, and I'll share some medical records with you guys too. Degloving is basically pulling the skin off And so that's basically the surgeons, what they described is what they saw. And with the foot coming, or with the skin coming off my foot with the boot, it also took some bones. And anyway, but I'm trying to make it. I don't think there's anything gory. I think there's some blood on my foot. I don't know. I'd have to. But what I don't want to do is I think what I'm thinking now is a quick playthrough, both cameras, and then maybe a slow motion, and then that's going to be it. I don't want to show anymore. I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see this thing played on the evening news. Um, anyway, but I'm also at the same time I'm trying to see if I can make the biggest impact with this, because apparently um, the last few videos that I've made have resonated with people, and I've had a lot of people talking about their accident 10, 20 years ago or last week, or so there's a lot of stories out there, um, and a lot of people are going out and buying gear or replacing their gear that's not enough. Maybe they were wearing work boots like me, and have changed their mind, which is good. I think that's a good thing. So far, I think the last few videos have had a pretty good positive impact. A lot of people have seen them, and a lot of people are going, "Hey, man, thanks for sharing." So I want to share this video eventually, and maybe this will have a similar impact. Maybe more. Um, but I don't know. I kind of want you guys' feedback too. So, hey, Johnny, what's up, man? Finally on my TV screen. Sounds great. I'm just uh, blazing through the comments here real quick. Why the hell is Benny? I hope there's no Benny Hill music in this. Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like, man, this can't be real. This has got to be a dream, right? I can't. Anyway, thank God I'm half drunk to watch it. Yeah, you're not going to see any gore. This is not the worst picture you're going to see on this live stream is the one up here at the top right. That's me bouncing down the road. If you choose to watch the edited video when it comes out, what you'll see is a few frames of me beside the bike, and the bike just keeps on sliding, and you see me kind of rolling. So the bike's leaving me behind. I think the bike wound up, I don't know, 30 feet down the road, but the bike slid very well. I don't think it did anything else. I think it just went down on my foot and started sliding, and I think I was in front of the bike to start with, and the bike started passing me, and well, and, it's filming front and rear. I don't think there's much after the crash. There's not much in the front of the camera other than a yellow line, but the rear of the camera caught a lot more than I thought it would. But yeah, luckily I didn't wind up under that semi. I didn't hit the cheese grater, and I'm alive. But yeah, I'm still in pain, and it freaking hurts to watch that video. So hopefully I can get liquored up this weekend and watch it and edit and put it out something. But yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about how I want to present this so it makes a positive impact, because I've always said I try to capture all my crashes, and by that I mean all the crashes in the dirt. I've had 2 street crashes. This is my second one. The first one was, I don't know, a decade ago, but it was a real simple get off. I just mounted some fresh tires on the bike, and they've got that greasy Cosmoline, and I forgot. I was actually going to ride the bike to scrub the tires in, but I forgot. Went down to the bottom of the hill from my house and took a right and just gunned it. I completely forgot. I was scrubbing in the greasy tires. Anyway, so it went down at 10 miles an hour. It got my attention. I think I put a hole in my knee that time in jeans. So I think it was about that time I started wearing more gear. It's like, oh, these jeans, they don't work too very well at 10 miles an hour. I wonder how good they work at 50. So we proved that point. Oh, such great attitude. Remember, everybody deals with trauma in their own way, and dealing with it. Man, uh, I'm kind of shocked at how I'm dealing with the trauma. The trauma is more mental. Well, no, I've got a physical trauma too. I mean, it hurts like hell, but I'm shocked at how much mental trauma I've got because I lost my leg, and I think that's probably the biggest thing. It's like, man, that really hurts. Hopefully, a couple of months from now, I'm walking around and riding again, and I'm probably always going to deal with it, but hopefully it gets better. It's got to get better. My God. February, still recovering just like you. Shit, Matthew Boyce. That's exactly what I've been experiencing here for the last couple of weeks at least, is just reading all these comments about people that are going through the same thing or have gone through the same thing or hit something similar 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Somebody dropped a comment about something happening in the 70s. It's like, it kind of blows me away that I think people should talk about their crashes a lot more. That way it becomes more real. Unless you've got hardware, visible hardware, I don't think people really realize how dangerous motorcycling is. Um, we all probably tend to get complacent and arrogant about our skills because, like I just said, I've had two motorcycle crashes. One of them skinned my knee, and I think I got a little boo boo on my nose. But uh, make this video. It's tough, but it will come out. I hope I come out stronger, Lee. Triggered me to talk about my accident last year. Dropping it tomorrow morning. Oh, good. Well, I've been anxious to hear about your accident. I want to hear more details. I mean, you came out unscathed, relatively, from what I remember. Your bike was totaled, but yeah, I'm anxious to see your video. I'm anxious to see what you say about it. Gary, what's up, man? I was just thinking about you today. Thinking, man, shit, it sucks being here, stuck in the South in the heat, while my boys out there in Nevada making it happen. Spring Creek, cool, man. Be in touch, yeah, Johnny. Hello, Brian, Dina. High side, yikes. The dude, I don't know if it was a high side or not. I don't know if it was just not a face plant. Because I got no video. I don't know. But yeah, I've been thinking it was a high side, but it was a definite flip flop, and then the bike went down on top of me. So, um, laid mine over after installing a new right tire in the front of my house. Broke both my wrists. Had a concussion. What it was, I looked down to make sure my kickstand. Yeah, I hate that. That sounds. But so many crashes are just simple, you know, nothings. A little bit of gravel in a corner. 138 watching. That's great. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Arizona Jake. Have to get drunk to edit. I got to get through it somehow. Either that or I got to watch it for 2 or 3 weeks to get the balls up to get through it. Been using my bonus life since '89. Yeah. Could say for sure you recovered a long way already. It's impressive. Thinking you'll be fully supported, not too far out enough. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get this freaking leg. I got to get out of this house. I got to get just at least to be able to walk around. I'm sick of being stuck in this wheelchair. Video came up in my face, all scraped up, literally covered my face in shock when I learned of your injury. And really pulling for you, man. Thanks. I'm doing much better. We've all had fuck ups. Good on you for showing and talking about this. Good to see you. How are the wrists? The wrists are improving, but I don't expect them to do much better for the next 2 or 3 months. I'm just dealing with the pain. Grumpy Spider Rider, T-boned by a car 60 years ago and could not remember anything about that day for over a year. So now you remember it, Grumpy? Trying to stream all your vids, or at least in the background when doing stuff. Cool, man. Thanks, Charles. Phoenix 6 hot. I would ride in t-shirt, shorts, tennis shoes. I sold that motorcycle because I saw my future. Yeah, that's probably a wise idea. I mean, I don't want to tell people to give up something they love, but I mean that I've said that for the last few years. It's like if it comes down to walking or riding, I'm gonna take walking. It's much more. I mean, I can't imagine having to give up motorcycles, but like I have been saying for the last few years, I would rather walk, be able to walk than have to be able to ride. So um, I think one-legged Richard is in here, and I was just thinking about him today. I think when he came to visit me in the hospital, I think he told me that he couldn't stand it anymore, and he went and got on his motorcycle before he got his new leg. Like stump, one leg and a stump. He went and got on his motorcycle. I started thinking about that. I was like, man, you know, there's so much could go wrong. I don't want to fall on my stump. The prosthetic guy came and saw me yesterday and measured me, and he sent another guy today with this sock shrinker, and he said the same thing. He's like, man, you know, what you don't want to do from now, between now and when you get your leg, is you don't want to fall on that stump. And I was like, yeah, that's my biggest fear, is getting up every day. I mean, I got to go take a shit every day. And the only way I can get in the bathroom is get on my crutches, and I'm very unstable, and it scares the shit out of me every time I do it, just because it's like, man, if I fall, and I'm unstable. I'm really good on crutches, except my wrists are so weak, and my toe is so or my foot is, the one leg I've got is weak. I would say mostly because of the toe, but probably because of the ankle too. But not good at walking, but I can ride. I hear you, man. There's some other things I wanted to say during the stream, and I'm trying to remember what they were. Um, so I said earlier, I'm amazed at how many people are leaving comments about their crash um, a year ago, a few weeks ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and they're still riding. And I think maybe there's some way to compile all these stories and, you know, kind of look at, are the people coming to look at my story and relate and share their story, or is this the general population? Because I'm thinking it's like 10%. 10 seems like 10% of the people that are commenting on my videos are like, had a similar story. They had a similar incident. Something just shocking. And anyway, uh, makes me wonder how many people would still be riding if they knew how many people crash and the devastation that results in motorcycle crashes, because it can be devastating. And I've known this for quite some time. I guess I've just always been, you know, that's the other guy. You know, there's some stuff that you can't avoid, but you know, riding down the interstate, I got that. No problem at all. In fact, I'm really good at dodging people that are not paying attention to me. So, yeah, it's just something I never would have thought of. I did think about the boots. I thought long and hard about the boots, but I was going to have to carry work boots with me because I was going up to Chicago. That was the middle stage of my this past adventure. The middle stage was I had to go up to Chicago to help my buddy Keith with his bathroom. So I needed work boots, and carrying those work boots was like, ah, shit, where am I going to put those things? Uh, and instead of wearing good quality riding boots that I have and carrying those work boots, I decided to wear the work boots, which was a mistake, obviously. But anyway, um, yeah, I'm really pleased with all the people that are interacting and commenting and saying, "Man, thanks for sharing this. It's made me rethink. It's made me repurchase gear. I've actually gone out and bought new gear, or I ordered new gear, or I have the gear and I've decided to start wearing it instead of being comfortable." And that's pretty much that's my story. It's like comfort. Yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, Richard and I rode through the whole across the whole country last year in those boots, and they weren't bad. They're just not good for walking around camp. So that's the first thing that I did every night before, right after I set up my hammock every day after getting off the bike. It was out of those freaking boots and into something I could walk around in. But back to comfort and anyway, yeah. People thanking me for sharing